Well, the Olympics have come and gone, and our focus now will turn to the Paralympics, where Team South Africa will also be competing and looking to bring back more medals for the country. And we're going to go over to Paris to speak to Mpumelelo Mhlongo, who is a T44 sprint and long jump athlete, and he is a Paralympics Games record holder. He'll be representing the country at the upcoming Games in France later this month. And he joins us via Zoom all the way from France, and let's go over there. He is Mpumi. Bonjour.
Bonjour, monsieur. Ça va?
Ça va, ça va. You've been in France long enough now. I'm glad that French is coming along nicely. How long have you been there first, and what was the thinking in arriving earlier?
We've been here since the middle of June, and the real thinking behind it is that I suffered a grade 2 hamstring tear just before national championships. So we needed to come here, get some summer training, and make sure we prepared to tackle the world when the Paralympic Games start.
Okay, great. So are you in Montpellier like some of the Olympians were before they went to Paris to go join the rest of the team?
Yes. I had a chance to chill with some of the Olympic athletes down in Montpellier. But at the moment, I'm actually at the airport about to fly to Sweden because my coach is at the World Championships for Masters. So he'll be competing there. So this weekend, I'm a coach. And then I'll go back to Montpellier to join the rest of the team.
Okay. Did you get a chance to meet Bradley Nkwana? He was joining us on the show tonight with his silver medal.
Yes, I met the young man. I said that he was eating cake here in Montpellier. It got me worried. But he pulled an oxen chair and came back with some silverware. So very happy for that relay team. It was an amazing performance.
Yeah, you better start eating some cake also, hey? Looks like that's the way to go there. But it's your third Paralympics now. How are you feeling ahead of these ones?
I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling mature. And I think that as one of the senior athletes, really looking forward to being a foundational pillar for some of the youngsters so that the global stage doesn't overwhelm them, but they realize that South Africa is a force to fear no matter where we step.
We've got information that you'll be one of the flag bearers. Is that correct? And how have you received the news?
That is correct.
Hey.
And, yeah, one of the greatest honors with Forever Dashing Kat Swanepoel. So for the opening ceremony, we'll get to hold the big flags up high, but I see that from the Olympic ceremony that everyone gets a flag. So I'm glad I don't have the pressure of being the only one who has to fly that flag high.
Okay, wonderful. And for those maybe who are not familiar with Paralympics and they'll be watching this time around, can you just tell us more about your classification T44?
So the T44 class is a single lower limb deficiency. And what that says is that it's for athletes that have suffered some sort of muscular or skeletal injury or congenital deformity. That means that they don't have as much power as any able-bodied athlete on both their limbs. So we have our own 100-meter race, but then for the 200 and long jump, we're in a mixed class event with the blade runners and jumpers.
Okay, you broke a world record at the last Paralympics in Tokyo. Which events will you be competing in this time around?
So we'll be doing the triple, very scary triple, 100 meters, 200 meters, and long jump. And as my coach keeps saying, triple events with triple world records. So the expectations are high this side in Paris.
Is that a realistic target for you?
It has to be. If we're going to show the youngsters that talents, dedication, and hard work really does materialize into you being etched into the history books, you must do it by actions and not by words.
Wonderful. And how do you feel about your preparations? You medaled also at the World Champs. Are you happy with the work that's been done? I know you did mention that you had a slight injury also.
Very happy. I think, as they always say, a happy person is a happy athlete, and a happy athlete is a dangerous one. So at the moment, with everything going on, I know that I have the support of my family and friends back home, and there's so many people that have been on this journey. It's third time around, and we're just looking forward to showing the world how much this means to us, and we'll do that in running away from our competitors.
Literally running away from your competitors. And where is home, Mpumi, for those who don't know your background, and how did you end up taking part in sport?
Home for me is KwaZulu-Natal, in a small township called Declarota, which is by Chatsworth. So that's home. That's where my blood is. That's where a lot of my family still is. And honestly, I ended up in sports in general just because I wanted to differentiate myself from the other kids. I didn't want to be known as the kid with a deformity. I wanted to be known as the fast kid in the block. And in parasports, I was just lucky enough to meet Vogila Scotty, who showed me the way, showed me the classification, and said I could wear green and gold and make this country proud.
Yes, and you certainly have. So is your disability something you were born with? And how have you just been able to adjust through life?
Yes, I was born with it. It's congenital. It's called amniotic band syndrome with a deformed clubfoot and missing finger limbs. So it's all I've ever known. When all you know is the chicken foot, you make it work. So how we've made it work for ourselves is that with this chicken foot of mine, instead of being at home crying about not having the tools or the body to represent the country, it's taken us around the world. 3 Paralympic Games, we lost count of the world records and able to really influence the youth to show them what's possible.
Wonderful. And do you have support? What kind of support then are you getting as a professional para-athlete?
I'm very fortunate, from the Bidvest Operational Excellence Program to my own personal sponsors like Investec, who've really supported me on this journey, to have a stationary powerhouse like BIC, who come and say, listen, your story shows that really change does starts with one. We want to tell South Africa you have this latent potential in you that you can really release. So I've got numerous number of people and brands that have supported me over the years. But I think those are the 3 key pillars that have got us here to Paris this time around.
You have also voted SA Sportsman of the Year with a disability at the Sport Awards. That must have been a huge achievement for you, in the same category as the likes of Donald Rampadi.
A major shock. I mean, those are fierce competitors, and we are really blessed to have come out on top. But those nominees all deserved to get that award. And yeah, we will battle it out again after the Paralympic Games, because that's what our sport is about. It's good-natured fun to make sure that the best of us end up on that stage.
Yeah, bring back those medals and we'll bring you back on the show here on SABC. But thank you for speaking to us, Mpumi Mhlongo, and all the best. Send our regards to your coach, Jason Swanyane. He was here on the show a couple of weeks ago, and wish you guys all the best.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Au revoir.
Au revoir, au revoir. Bonsoir, monsieur.
There we go. Okay, let's not push it then, Mpumi Mhlongo. Let's leave it at au revoir. He's off to Sweden, and then he comes back to Paris to take part in the Paralympics, which start later this month on the 28th. One of the medal hopefuls for Team South Africa.